she does she'll do the overlay.
The weapon may be formed, but it won't prosper. When the darkness falls, it won't prevail.
I didn't either. Suddenly we were into that part. And
Yeah. I think I'll feel it the right way.
Yeah.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, yeah. I worship you, Lord, 'cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. 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 That is who you Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop. You are waymaker, miracle
So if you know anything about me, I love nights like this. Probably my favorite way to interact with Jesus is through worship. I love just singing. I love when people are really into worship, and I love to really just kind of really reflect and think about kind of what I'm saying and what it means. And one of the things I love is when I find a song that means a lot to me personally. And that's what this song has become. I've kind of just been introduced to it, but I want to read some of the lyrics. The song is called Run to the Father, and he says this: I've carried a burden for too long on my own. I wasn't created to bear it alone. I hear your invitation to let it all go. And then the chorus says, I run to the Father, I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding, no reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon, my soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. And I was so taken by that chorus, I had to kind of look up the artist. I didn't know him that well. And then I found an interview that he kind of did on the song itself and why he wrote it and what it meant to him. And he was saying that the reason he kind of wrote this song was he was thinking about his friends who didn't know the Lord and his family who didn't know the Lord, and how desperately he wanted them to understand that they could run to God. And I thought about, that's my cry. That's what I want for my family. There's so many people in my family who don't know Christ, and I just said, that's an awesome song. But the more I heard it, the more I listened to it, almost every time, I'm not even joking, I started to realize that how often I need to run to the Father. Like again and again. And I love that line where he said, I fall into grace. Sometimes I think about life, I honestly do, and I think about how many times I mess up. And I said, God, don't you ever get tired of me falling into grace? But I think that's the part of the song that's so special to me that God never does. Like he doesn't get tired of me running to him and say, God, Father, forgive me. Like I messed up again, or I didn't do it right, or I missed this opportunity. And just again and again and again. And every time I hear that part of the song, I just think, man, God, I'm so glad that you don't ever get tired of me running to you and falling into your grace. And I thought about those words, my heart needs a surgeon and my soul needs a friend. And I was trying to think, what verses in the Bible would I go to that kind of would say something like that? And I found one of the verses in Matthew 11:28, it says this: come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And I really just thought about that. I think that's why I love this song so much. I think it has this dual meaning, and I love that about it. I really do want rest sometimes. This has been a trying time just for me personally, and sometimes I just look at the world, I'm just tired. I'm honestly just kind of tired of all the pettiness and sometimes I can't even look at Facebook and all that. I'm just so tired of it all. I'm tired of the pettiness. I'm tired of people being angry and not loving and not caring about one another. I'm tired of sometimes people say things that are so hurtful. I just don't get it. I don't know where all the anger is coming from. I'm just tired of it. And I just say, God, I just want peace. I just want rest. I'm tired of it. I was just thinking, and that's exactly when he wants us to run to him the most, when we're just tired. And so I was just telling a couple of my friends, sometimes I just don't know, if fighting's so hard without Jesus, I don't know what we're fighting for. If we're not fighting that people would know Christ in these times, if we're not fighting for the love of Christ and the peace of Christ, if we're not fighting for those things, what are we fighting for? We're not fighting to make things better. I'm so tired of people trying to fight to make their opinion heard, when really we should just be fighting that people would fall into the grace of God and into the arms of Christ, and that they would know him, and for Christians to run back to the Father. instead of running to all these other things and not be so angry, but maybe just be more like Jesus. And the only way we're going to do that is if we're constantly running back to him again and again and again. And honestly, the only hope for the world is Jesus. You know, there is no other hope. We can say there is, but there really isn't. Nothing's going to get better if people don't fall in love with Jesus and fall into the grace of God again and again and again. So I guess all I'm really saying, guys, is this. Like, this is the best time ever to just run to the Father and fall into grace. You know, our hearts really, they need a surgeon, and our soul needs a friend. And right now, the world's doing anything but being that. So this is a great time to run to Jesus Christ. Love you guys.
because that's definitely when you're eating tonight.
Should have it.
We've come to join the song sung long before When you walk into the room, everything changes. Darkness starts to tremble at the light that you bring. When you walk into the room, every heart starts burning, and nothing matters more than just to sit here at your feet and worship you. We worship you. We love you, and we'll never stop. We can't live without you, Jesus. We love you, and we can't get enough. All this is for you, Jesus. Oh, how we love you. When you walk into the room, sickness starts to vanish. Every hopeless situation ceases to exist. And when you walk into the room, the dead begin to rise, 'cause there is resurrection life in all you do. We love you, and we'll never stop. We can't live without you, Jesus. We love you, and we can't get enough. All this is for you, When you speak, when you move, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, changes what we see and what we seek. And when you come into the room, and when you do what only you can do, it changes us, changes what we see and what we see. You're changing everything. We love you, and we'll never stop. We can't live without you, Jesus. We love you, and we can't get enough. All this is for you, Jesus. 'Cause when you speak, and when you move, and when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see and what we sing. And when you come into the room, and when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see and what we see. You're changing everything. You're changing everything. You're changing everything. We love you, and we'll never stop. We can't live without you, Jesus. We love you, and we can't get enough. All this is for you, Jesus.
That's a wrap.
Sweet!